Ciao, ciao, ciao. Zai Felici here. I am redoing my Tech Tuesday because yesterday I had tech problems for Tech Tuesday and I still haven't fixed it. I don't know what's going on. Something with Facebook. Ironically, my Facebook got hacked or someone tried to log in or I don't know what happened and I don't have access to all my pages just yet. So how ironic that that would happen as I'm trying to do a Tech Tuesday post for you guys and give you guys some tips. Anyway, here we go. As we know, in the event world, we just roll with it. Let's just keep on going and move through whatever needs to happen to make stuff happen. Because if there's anything that I know about you, wedding and event business owners and wedding and event professionals, is that is our number one um, descriptor of our job description. Number one thing is we just make shit happen, right? We get around whatever comes our way, and that's what we thrive on because it is organized chaos in our world. And speaking of organized chaos, it doesn't have to be that way. And that's what is so exciting about today's topic, which is 5 automation tools that I wish I had known early on in my career. Of course, some of these bloomed a little bit later, a little bit more recently. So they haven't always been around. And I jumped on this bus as soon as possible. But I'm going to share with you guys today the 5 automation tools that I cannot live without, that I wish since day one of starting my business had been around or that I knew about them. Because what happens when you implement automation, it doesn't have to be hard. It is easy automation that's really going to simplify your life, that is easy to set up, and that is going to give you more time. It's going to allow you to play more, and it's going to, most importantly, elevate the service that you provide, which in turn means that your clients are going to get such a better experience and you are elevating the quality of service you provide. You're going to be elevating the types of clients you attract, and you're going to be elevating just every up leveling everything about your business so that you don't have to work so hard. And then on top of that, you're literally working in your creative genius, which is why we got into this in the first place, right? Florists are meant to be florists. They're not meant to be dealing with this technology stuff behind the scenes. Same thing with designers, same things with maybe planners. We love the tech stuff. Photographers maybe love that tech stuff a little bit, but we really want to be working in our creative genius so that we can do what we were meant to do in the first place, so that we're not reaching burnout, so that we're not having to spend oodles and oodles of hours revisiting proposals, sending emails back and forth, having to just keep up, missing appointments, trying to emails back and forth. Okay, let's just get into it. Okay, so here's the first one. The first automation tool that I wish I'd known earlier, that I wish I'd known at the beginning of me starting my business, I wish it had been around, is email scheduler. What do I mean by email scheduler? Is that it will schedule emails to be sent out at a certain time. So oftentimes I have found, and I remember this being the conversation about 5, 10 years ago or so, before this feature came out of email scheduling, that I get most of my work done. My quiet time is around 8, 9, 10 p.m., where I can really think through some things and bust out responses, check my emails, not be interrupted, and be fully focused on that task at hand. But I don't want my clients knowing that I'm working at that time, because what happens is, A, they lose respect for you if they think that, or if they know that you're working that late. They are going to start expecting responses at any time of night, and they're just, you're kind of allowing boundaries to be pushed because you're not sticking to your boundaries. Now, I know for me, I work better sometimes in the evenings. I don't want people seeing that my emails are going out 10, 11 o'clock at night. Not that I do that every night, but there's these bursts of energy that I have that I just need to take care of business. So what email scheduler allows you to do is to schedule those emails to go out the next morning. The second reason that I love email schedulers is because then you're catching those people fresh into their day and you're getting those responses right away. You're not having to wait until the end of the day to try to figure out if they're going to get back to you or not. So it really allows for those emails to get scheduled, for you to maintain those boundaries, and to get responses back from those clients, vendors, whoever it is that you are emailing. The second one that I cannot live without, and for those of you that don't know, I run three businesses. Everyone always asks me, how do you do it? How can you run three businesses? You must be so busy. And yes, I am. I don't work a day in my life because I run three businesses I love. But also, what keeps me organized and this automation tool that keeps me not just organized, but also allows my team to collaborate with each other as well, because I have three different teams: one for my event planning company, Felici Events, one for my coaching right here with ZoeFelici.com, and then the third one for my blog, SantaBarbaraWedding.com. And so I can break down my three businesses into three different categories or three different boards, if you will. And this is through Trello. So, what Trello does is it allows you to really map out all of your projects. You can set up editorial calendars, which I do that a lot for Santa Barbara Wedding, so that we know what's coming up. How do I track national whatever days so we can blog about them? Who's going to blog about which post? Where are we at with those emails going back and forth with the people that submitted the posts or submitted the listing? So it keeps that communication clear within our teams. And the beauty of it is that if you do some power ups, you can see your editorial calendar. So even doing these Facebook Lives or scheduling out my emails for my coaching, or even keeping my clients for my event planning, keeping their folders organized and my to-do list, I use Trello. And then the other thing I love about Trello is that I can have a board or a list where I just dump information right away, and then I can organize it into buckets. And then these buckets, lists, get organized into my time that I allow to work on that one business or on that one project. So Trello, and also there's due dates on there. So I just love it. You can tag your team. Everything's great about it. And I know that they use it as a CRM as well. I tried it as a CRM, didn't really quite work out for me. I needed something a little bit more powerful, but if you have basic CRM needs, Trello, explore that as well. I think it's called Crumble, actually. Um, the third thing, which is so important, you guys, because I don't know how many times people miss appointments or going back and forth trying to schedule appointments. It is so frustrating. Well, what does your calendar look like? And going back and forth on emails just to coordinate schedules is just absolutely nuts. And it's really one of the things that I hate the most. It's so frustrating. I don't like to move backwards. I don't like to spend a lot of time on things that should just be solvable in a few seconds. So using a calendar scheduler, you can use Calendly. There's so many out there. I'm a big proponent of Ontraport, which is my CRM that just introduced a calendar scheduler where you send your calendar, your availability, and people can book with you. Not only does it save you the headache of going back and forth, it will allow you to A, look professional, B, set the other people up for success, and also C, the most important part of the calendar scheduler is that it will free up your time. It really does free up your time and allow you to build your schedule around what you need and what you want. So you can choose the times that you will be taking appointments or you will be taking phone calls so that you just stick to that. And it's so easy to use that you just send that link to people instead of texting back and forth or whatever have you. And it really funnels into a single system to be able to schedule stuff for you, or you can block out time. So, if you have an event coming up or something like that and you don't want to take appointments, those schedulers are amazing. The third or the fourth automation that I cannot live without, that I just love, 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 is any kind of forms. So I use Squarespace for two of my websites. And again, I use Ontraport for my coaching business through WordPress. And using forms is huge because just like your inquiry form, and think of it like an inquiry form is right one way to gather people's information and what they want. Forms allows me to gather information for my listings, for new members on the blog. Forms allows me to capture information for people who set up breakthrough calls like you guys should be doing, for a free 45-minute breakthrough session. Forms allows me to not just gather inquiries, but also information. So like RSVPs or when I'm doing an event, whatever I need to. I'm actually putting on a big event this weekend that has a lot of different activities, different vendors, different sponsors, different entities. And we were able to create forms through the website for people who wanted to pay to be at the event for their space, or if they're a sponsor, if they want to volunteer. And Forms really allows you to do that. And oftentimes it will create a Google Sheet or something like that to put all that information so you can take a look at it and organize that. So Forms is huge, huge, huge. You can even use Forms. I think I don't really have a platform like uh, wedding, like aisle planner or something like that, but I think that's what they use for forms. Forms, I also love it when I'm doing events just to capture all my vendor information. So I don't have to send the same email over and over asking for their information. So it just really gets all that data on a workbook or a template or something that I create with that. And then last but not least, you guys, this is the most helpful, super duper amazing automation that you can use for anything. So no matter what it is that you're trying to do, Zapier will get it done. So Zapier creates something called Zaps, where you can actually create your own workflows. You can piecemeal things that work well for you. Again, I'm a Google Sheets user. I love using Google Sheets. I use everything pretty much Google, Gmail, all of that. And Zapier will integrate a lot of what I do into different things. So if someone fills out a form, I can create a Zap to have it sent to a Trello board so that I get that information for one of my businesses. Zapier actually just came up with a new feature, actually an AI feature, which will be something that we talk about this month. And then also Zapier will allow you any of these that I've talked about, email scheduler, Trello, calendar, setting up your calendar or forms. Trello will actually allow you to integrate those things however you need to use them. So Zapier has been a huge, huge help to save me time in running my business so that I can create these workflows. I can create this automation. I look like I know what I'm doing. It's very professional. And at the same time, I'm saving my time and I'm elevating the service that I provide. So it's a win, win, win situation, a win for me, a win for the client, and a win for future business. So those are the 5. I hope that was helpful. Comment below, which one do you use? Or do any of these 5 that I mentioned, do you use any of those? Or do you have another one that you use? Or maybe you don't even know where to start with that. So just comment down below and let's talk about automation, because you guys, it's not the way of the future. It's really a way of the past, so that you can catapult your business in the future quickly, get it set up and get it set up once and for all so that you are making more money, not having to work as hard, and elevate the quality of service you provide. Automation is key. I look forward to hearing from you down below. And you guys, if you don't know where to start and you're having challenges in your business, this just all sounds foreign or overwhelming to you, you know that you need to incorporate some automation, you want to free up some of your time, you're tired of missing appointments, you're tired of having to organize yourself constantly or gather the same information over and over or send the same emails over and over, and you're ready to change this once and for all, free up your time, elevate the quality of service you provide, and be able to free up your time while you charge more and get amazing clients. You don't have to hire a whole team. You can certainly incorporate easy automation. Let's get on a phone call. Let's figure out what's going on in your business, where you're stuck, where you want to be, and how I can help get you there. Go to zoefelici.com/apply right here on the screen. Set up a 45-minute complimentary breakthrough call where we'll talk about your technology, your automation, your workflows, and see exactly what's not working so you can take it to the next level and set it and forget it, as that one commercial for something says. So that's the whole point. I hope to hear from you. zoefelici.com, apply, but only if you want to make more money and work less. That's only for you guys. All right. Ciao for now. Thank you. Thank you.